Huh? Am I reconnected yet? Yoink! Yeah. Whoa! God, that needs to stop happening. Alright? Goodness me. I'm not the faintest. No need to play dumb. You're reopening the past cases regarding Hinazawa, aren't you? I've been. I've already got my hands full of with Tamatake's death, actually. Nah. Really? If that's true, then there's no problem. There was a period of silence. While we were silent, we made headway on our food and drink. Woo! That was quite the feast. This month has been a bunch of losses for me. So my wallet was feeling the pinch. Much appreciated. Nah, it's nothing. Tell me a good horse again. Tell me a good horse again. What? I'll bet on the same one as you. Nah, I've been doing well there lately. Haven't been able to read the horses at all. Taxi! I'm going by train. The police chief is taking a taxi. I have my own car, but be rash. but it'd be rash to drive it home. Can't blow it right before retirement with a DUI. Even though he could still rattle off, it looked like his legs were already goo. Pushing him into the cab, I gave the driver the police chief's address. Well, see you again tomorrow. Happy New Year. Oishi-san. Yeah. And the past incidents have all been closed. Stop lumping them all together. Those villagers half believe it's really a curse. Well, I'm not convinced. You're going to be retired next year, aren't you? Weren't you going to pay off your mortgage with your pension and move up to Hokkaido with your mom? Mother pines to return to the land of her birth. It's the least I can do. And the pension, well, it'll let me enjoy myself in Susukino. The police chief may ensue a special retirement salary raise, he says. The public servants' pensions is calculated based on their monthly salary. So if you were to get a raise right before retirement, your bonus 2 years salary would be inflated. You'd get a heavy surplus of funds. That tends to be how it's done around here. Of course, it's not a custom that's thought of highly. The difference between the bonus and pension is quite a bit. I'd expect nothing less exemplary from our egghead chief. But, well, they say our salary is compensation for our hard work. But in the end, it really just has to do with the passage of time. That's not something I can laugh at, but I'll laugh through it anyway. I don't think it's anything anyway, exemplary, but given how hard you've worked, it's not odd that you're getting that much of a pension. I'd like to get that much myself. If I can get it, well, of course I'd want it. Nah, you'll get it. You're an adult after all. Sorry for holding you up here, driver. Thank you very much. I closed the door, roughly interrupting the chief's conversation a bit rudely. It looked like the chief still had something to say, but he just smiled wearily and waved. I waved in return. The cab sped up gradually and soon disappeared among the sea of lights. Nah, oh man. I wonder if I really can repay that loan. Uh, Typical problems for an adult, am I right? My phone fell asleep. No, I need that for chat. You cannot sleep right now. I need you. Tell me, what are people saying? Damn it. I have to close the app and reopen it. Great. Sorry about this. And while I'm doing that, I might as well go move this. Come on. What the fuck? Come on. Come on! What the? Oh, here. Anyway. What's going on here? The YouTube gaming app is not being a cool friend. We need to be cool friends, app. I kind of depend on you. Okay, can I check on my own? YouTube itself is not loading. Oh, wait, hey, there you are. Okay. Can't even see myself. That's live. This is so entertaining. Seeing me, Solsith, dying. Oh God, come on. What the fuck? What the fuck? Come on. Come on now. Come on. Oh, fuck. Come on, load. Don't be a dick. Being a dick. Okay. I'm about to say fuck it. I am currently saying fuck it. Okay. So it doesn't want to load up again, and I don't want to waste any more time, meaning I can't see the chat at all. So, sorry about that. But hey, let's get it going. Tap, tap, tap. Wait, I have another idea. I have an idea that I can do. Just wait one moment, and it will be fine. I just gotta rewind time. Yes, it's me, Soul Sith, and I'm here to talk to you. Yes, you. About fuckity fuck. Come on, load. Can't load link. Great. Okay. Well, I give up. Tap, tap, tap. The sound of muffled footsteps stopped in front of my... The sound of muffled footsteps stopped in front of the door to my room. The moment of silence, as if whomever they belonged to was exerting if I was inside. Oh, excuse me. Wait, did I read that right? Ascertaining. God damn it. Just part of me could not leave that alone. Of all the things I should have been doing, I continued on with my restless slumber. I was very much conscious, but my body hadn't caught up yet. Even the danger bearing down on me from just beyond the door. It was as if I was completely paralyzed, unable to move. Without a doubt, this was sheer terror. Please, just leave. Oh, hey, Skype. Hey, hi, hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I need you to, yeah, be on Do Not Disturb mode. As I, yeah, yes, yeah, no, please, just leave. Hey, why isn't my body awake yet? If they came into my room right now, then... What? Eek! I sprung to my feet and threw my covers at my mom, who was opening the door. Whoa! Kaiichi! What's the matter? Oh, sorry. I was just still half asleep. I thought it was still 1 or 2 a.m. But the morning sun has already was already streaming through the god damn it, freaking hiccups, through the gap between the curtains. It felt nothing like morning. Yesterday, I must have fallen asleep right after that. Yeah, it was quite a conundrum. Then I should have gotten a full 10 hours of sleep, of rest. Bam, oh, that's, your battery's full. But it didn't feel like that at all. The time plays with your mind weird. My internal clock was completely screwed up, and my sense of balance fell off. I felt feverish enough that it was clear to me that I was still not well. Well, Kaiichi, how are you feeling? Can you make it to school? I was well enough to go, but I wasn't mentally prepared for it. I was still plagued with the tear from yesterday. If I had swallowed that needle, what would have happened? Or what if it pierced my tongue? Well, then you got a cool piercing now, wouldn't you? Hey, bro, how did you get your tongue pierced? Oh, I was eating some mochi and someone stuck a needle in there and it went right through my tongue. Yep. Now I got a piercing. There was undoubtedly a murderous intent, but I don't think that's all it was. If they really wanted to kill me, then there were other, more certain ways to do it. They wouldn't resort to a dubious method as having me swallow a needle. Meaning, I didn't want to believe it, but going that far was just a threat from Rena and Mion. Aren't you glad you didn't die? But next time, we'll use a more assured method. Like that. Something like sending a letter with a razor inside would have been a joke compared to this. Did you make it to the hospital? Did you take your medicine? Yeah, kinda. Something about my mom's dubious gaze bothered me. She seemed more concerned about her son missing 2 days of school rather than him being sick. It was definitely mental fatigue. I wasn't really physically ill. It'll be hard for you to get back on track once your daily routine is thrown off. Come on, get up now. Get up on nothing! It's getting bad out. Get on up. Get on up. Get on up. They say wellness is in a state of mind. I heard that line many times before. It was given an award in elementary school for having a perfect attendance, but it wasn't like I was healthier than everyone. Come on, go wash your face. Breakfast is already ready. There isn't much time before Renachan comes and gets you. Mom's tone meant I couldn't argue about it, so I had to give up on skipping the second day. By the way, were you the one who got bean paste all over the living room wall, Kaiuchi? You shouldn't do something like that. Your father was quite angry. I didn't feel particularly guilty for doing it, so I didn't have much of a reaction. Also, Mom didn't question me any further about it. She headed downstairs after she was certain I was getting up. What Mion said as she left yesterday, "I'd hate it if you'd miss school tomorrow," came back and dwelled in the back of my head. What did she mean by that? I didn't even have to really think about it. She was saying, "Don't be absent." Taking that a bit further, it was the same as her saying I should just go about living my life as if nothing happened. If I showed any reasons of reacting unusual, it would probably result in them making their move. For example, maybe I shouldn't pay attention to someone like Uishi-san enticing me with something unusual. Meaning, if I don't watch my mouth or did anything differently from the norm, in effect, it would end up flagging myself as someone who was not wanted. It seems that was something that the girls didn't intend to forgive. So if I just went along as normal, no harm would come to me. Was that how it was going to be? All of that misery I experienced up until yesterday would almost creepily just fade away. It was an enticing deal. Just by forgetting everything I'd seen and oh God, excuse me. I'd seen and heard these last few days, I'd be able to keep living on like normal. There's no way such a selfish thing could. I swallowed hard. Once again, deliberated on the idea that I had just rejected. Mion was probably a good person who had her friends at heart. She was giving me who had mistakenly broken some rules of theirs a chance. Was what I did really something so unforgivable? But Mion had given me another chance? She was saying if I just forgot everything and kept living on like I had been, I'd be forgiven. Kaiichi! Your food is getting cold. Hurry up and get down here. Rena will be here if you don't hurry. I'm coming. I crammed my textbooks into my bag and hastily made my way downstairs. That moment when your friends try to stick needles in your body. I picked at my somewhat bland breakfast. It seemed that I didn't have much time. It was already past when I usually met up with Rena. Given yesterday's events, she'd probably be here in the next 5 minutes. I needed to be ready and head to school by then. I had to forget everything that had happened the past 2 days. Forget it all and return to my normal life. For this to be normal, I'll have to be where I normally meet up with Rena. Today, of all days, the rice was dry and hard to get down. Ding dong! I jumped at the sound and dropped my chopsticks. The chime signaled that Rena had arrived. Mom hurried me along. Come on, Rena-chan's already here. Hurry, hurry. My mother's merry smile and my gloomy face were polar opposites. Honestly, I was reluctant to see Rena, who was waiting there on the other side of the door. The Rena on the other side of the door was the Rena I knew. I couldn't keep her waiting. I needed to do things as usual. Morning! An invigorating greeting filtered in from across the doorway. I came since Kaiichi-kun was a bit late. Will he be okay today, I wonder? The manner in which Rena was concerned was without a doubt the Rena I knew. But that was probably only if I reciprocated. Forget everything from yesterday. Pretend as though nothing had happened. Forget about the gruesome dismemberment. Forget about the mysterious deaths that happened the following years. Forget about the people falling to their deaths and the terminal illness and suicide and the lynching. And forget the lynching and the disappearances. Forget it. Forget it all. Forget all of it. Forget that Rena and Mion were scary, of course. Forget it all. Forget all about everyone. Forget about the Moochie, too. Forget. Rena, once again, asked to make sure. Can you make it to school? Yeah, I'm fine. Great! Then let's go. Mi-chan's waiting. Rena showed her usual bright smile. I couldn't find a hint of deceit in her expression. My nervousness dissipated, giving away to relief. Relief. Yeah, relief. But you see, Sadako-chan was so insistent she could do it. As we were walking, Rena talked a lot of different stuff. More than usual. Then? Sadako-chan's clumsy. Wow. I got a frog in my throat. Sadako-chan is clumsy, so she failed no matter how many times she tried. She was so cute. Everything Rena talked about was just silly nonsense. So I just replied every so often and laughed from time to time. It was rather laid-back conversation. Right out. We passed by one of our neighbors, and they called out to us. Oh my, Kaiichi-chan and Rena-chan. Aren't you two a bit late today? Mion-chan said she was going on ahead. Oh no! Did Mion-chan look mad, I wonder? We need to hurry up, Kaiichi-kun. As we smiled and parted ways with our neighbor, They turned back towards me and stuck out a tongue. Not expecting that, I couldn't help but crack a smile.
Kaiichi smiled.
Huh? What? Rena stopped and stared at me.
I was thinking that you still hadn't recovered from your cold since you seemed down this morning, Kaiichi-kun. But now you seem fine, fine.
With a grin, she gently poked my cheek. It was a bright, sincere smile. Hey, Kaiichi Maebara, how can you still doubt Rena after she shows you a smile like that? Maybe I just had a high fever up until today and imagined everything that I thought happened because I was bedridden and delirious. I really hoped that was the case. If God would grant me just one wish, there's only one thing that I'd wish for. I'd want what had happened in the past few days, more specifically, from the night of the Watanashi up until last night, I wanted all of that to have never happened. I wonder how many times I'd wish for this these past few days. As long as Rena kept on smiling like this, I think it might just become reality. So I wanted Rena to keep on smiling. Keep on smiling.
So, Kaiichi-kun,
Yeah?
those mochis yesterday, did you eat them all?
That vain wish of mine was instantly shattered. Oof, my heart began palpitating, and the relaxed morning mood suddenly became frigid. Rena's smile was the same as usual. Yep. Her eyes were gentle as usual. Those mochi yesterday, did you eat them all? Of course she wasn't asking the question at face value. In other words, Rena was asking, did you get the message? She was probably trying to convey that.
Kaiichi-kun?
I was reluctant to give an answer. Rena stopped walking and stared deeply into my eyes. Don't hesitate, Keiichi Maebara. Rena was acting the same as always, wasn't she? I needed to respond in my usual way. Naturally, of course. But both my throat and mouth had gone dry and my lips were stuck together. Hurry and answer, Kaiichi. Not that much time had passed. I could still keep the conversation going naturally. I had to say something quickly. D. Rena playfully mimicked what I said when I finally squeaked something out. Rena's reaction was still normal. It seems that there wasn't as long as of a pause as I thought. Somehow, I finally squeaked out the rest. Delicious. However, my restrained efforts neither sullied nor brightened Rena's expression. For a moment, I panicked, thinking I had replied incorrectly. But after a few moments, Rena broke into her usual soft smile and giggled with a joyful voice that seemed to echo throughout the morning air. Being strung along by that laugh, I couldn't help but laugh as well.
I see. So did you eat all of them? I wonder.
My timid smile froze again. Did you make it without swallowing the sewing needle? Was that what she was asking? I if I had swallowed it, then I wouldn't be here. Nah, I couldn't finish all of them. There's still some left. I was scared out of my wits, but that's how I played it.
Huh? What about the homework? To see if you could tell which one Rennet made.
That homework, was it due today?
Yeah, it's due today. Mi-chan will get angry. There's probably a penalty game ready for you.
We both laughed at each other again. To a casual observer, it was just a typical morning. If I could just let myself believe, even then, even I'd think it was just the usual morning routine. But I was certain I wasn't mistaken. There was something unimaginable buried beneath the facade of this giggling Rena. Lies. I recalled the unexpected piercing voice that I could hardly believe came from Rena's mouth. The moment that image crossed my mind, I felt cold sweat trickle down my back. Was it only that particular time that something evil had possessed Rena? No, that was wrong. That was still Rena. Oishi-san told me, didn't he? Actually, I looked into her before Ryuga-san moved away to Himizawa. She was suspended from school. It seems she went through her school building and broke all the windows. Rena had a disorder that normal people didn't. No matter how pleasantly she smiled, the fact would not change. But I couldn't even imagine how she looked as she broke all the glass through the school. One thing I knew was that it wasn't something spur of the moment. If it was some sudden outburst of anger, then maybe she'd break a pane or two. But she broke all of the windows, all throughout her school. And just imagine going through your own school, breaking the windows with a bat. Swinging full force at each pane of glass, one after the other, paying no heed to the flying shards. Her classmates stopped aghast. Gassed. Unable to move from the sudden events. I wonder where she could have found the most windows lined up in a row. Probably the hallway? Smash. Walk. Wind up. Smash. Walk. Wind up. Smash. It was difficult for me to connect that horrifying image with Rena smiling at me right now. But I just had to imagine it. Impossible. Because it was unimaginable. Yeah, I need to stop right-clicking. That naive way of thinking no longer worked. The unpleasant piercing sound of shattered glass. The crunching sound as Rena's treads across the broken shards, walking towards me. Rena's classmates going pale as they forget to even breathe. I wonder what they did as Rena came closer, breaking windows across her path. Did they earnestly try to bring her to her senses by saying something? Or did they jump at her, trying to stop her savagery? Or did they run to the staff room after being directed there by the teachers? Probably none of those. In the face of that blood-curdling sight of Rena bursting windows after window. Undoubtedly, all they could do was silently clear a path for her. Dumbfounded, just clearing the path for Rena to continue. It was far too violent an act for them to seek refuge by looking the other way. That's not to say that they were looking the other way. They were doing the only thing they could do, protect themselves. If they had done something differently up from the rest, they may have suddenly found themselves as Rena's target. What would Rena have done to whoever attracted her attention? The answer was obvious. She would have undoubtedly acted according to her whims, meaning I would be the next window. Rena, staring into my eyes, shards of glass crunching and crackling underfoot as she drew closer. I was also drawn into her eyes, paralyzed. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Then Rena struck me with a bat over and over again, like I was one of those windows. I crouched down on the floor, desperately protecting my head. Rena didn't care whether it was my head or my back. Zealously, she hits me again and again. Man, quite the imagination you got here, boy. Quite the imagination. Oh, what kind of expression was she making as she was doing this over and over again? Your imagination's actually running wild, man. I peered up to see. Her expression was so indifferent. It was completely unnerving. It's because no matter how many times she struck me, I didn't make as pleasant a sound as the other windows. I like how the menu here just kind of bounces. She struck me continuously over and over again. The sound Rena wanted didn't come out. Our classmates standing round trying to stop her didn't try to stop her. They didn't want to be at the next window. Somebody save me. Turning a blind eye unless we're hanging out. But, of course, everyone in the class scrambled to obtain the highest standardized test scores. They had gained nothing from saving a cram school tryhard like me. Eventually there would be a faint sound similar to that you crack open a... Oh, fucking Christ, Kaiichi, you need to chill your shit out. Crack open a walnut, and some sort of reddish black spray would shoot out. Anyway, it wasn't that Rena momentarily lost herself in her anger. After forcing myself to breathe and calm down my heart, I recall what Oishi-san told me, and the counselor's medical reports. He recorded all the conversation he had with Rena-san. It shows up, and quite a bit at that. What does? She mentioned the word Oyashiro-sama. Following that, Rena was suspended and had regular examinations at the hospital. Then, as Rena was undergoing counseling, she said it over and over, Oyashiro-sama. Seems that Oyashiro-sama she spoke of was like a ghost appearing in her house every night, standing over her pillow, looking down at her. That was only a piece of their conversation, so I still couldn't see the big picture, but it was by no means a happy little conversation. Then, what Rena did was she saying that ghastly incident was a result of her being possessed by Orishiro-sama? Up until now, I didn't want to believe Orishiro-sama's curse. But why I wanted to say the mysterious deaths every year happened because of some sort of conspiracy. Every time I talked with Oishi, goddammit, Oishi-san, I was certain that the deaths were the work of men and not some curse. Except if it was people perpetrating the incidents, my friends were somehow deeply connected. If I refused to believe that the curse was real, then I would have to believe those who attacked the kindest to me, who acted the kindest to me were deeply involved in the incidents. Why? How? For what reason? Was Rena? Was everybody? It was much more painful and troublesome than accepting that it was just Oyashiro's curse. In the aftermath, Rena had admitted to her doctor that it was because she was possessed by Oyashiro-sama. Did he? I felt strange sensation of relief from that. So that's how it was? The second side of Rena, she did that because she was possessed by something strange like Oyashiro-sama? It wasn't Rena's fault. Oyashiro-sama was the one to blame. I knew. This was all backwards. Refusing to believe that there was a curse. I wanted. Oh my god, this kid is losing his fucking marbles. I wanted there to be a human perpetrator. Now that my close friends were the ones under suspicion, I changed my beliefs at my own convenience, saying that Oyashiro-sama's curse to blame. Which was the better choice? Accepting Oyashiro-sama's curse exists, or that Rena and the rest of them were deeply involved in the string of mysterious deaths? I would go with the second. What is pretty much the obvious choice for 1,000? Yeah, no. If it turns out all my friends, all of them, were involved in like murders, even if they threaten me, I'm not going to just say a curse did it. No. But hey, this kid's scared. This kid is scared, and he will do anything to not get fucked. I didn't want to think about it. If I just didn't think about it, I'd be able to continue the same as always. I wanted to believe that, but that was no longer possible. I had received their message. It was pathetic of me to try and bend the meaning to my own convenience. Regardless of my opponent being a human or a curse, I won't let it kill me. As if I would just bend over and give in for no good reason at all.
Kaiichi-kun, you've been making really weird. You've been making a really weird face. Why? I wonder.
Inhaling sharply upon hearing Rena's voice, I came back to my senses. Before I had realized it, we were already at the entrance. Shaking my head a few times, I exercised all those terrifying thoughts. No matter how you looked at it, there was no way Rena could have done such terrible things. It was like I was trying to placate myself. Placate. Oh, uh-oh. As I slid the door open, the blackboard eraser loaded with chalk dropped down on my head the moment I stepped into the classroom. The chalk dust went into my eyes and including inducing a brief moment of agony. Oh, ho, ho, ho! How benefiting of the truant, Kaiichi. Oh, he's on. How befitting for the truant, Kaiichi-san.
Good morning to both of you, Kaiichi and Weno. Good morning, Sadako-chan, Rika-chan.
Not quite in the mood for it. I didn't really react to Sadako's trap. Sadako braced herself as I passed by, expecting me to attack her. She seemed a bit disappointed as I simply walked by silently. What is this? How discouraging indeed. Ugh.
Kaiichi doesn't seem back to his usual self yet. Yeah, take it easy on him for today, okay?
Suddenly, there was a slap down on my shoulder. It hurt a bit.
Hey, Ki-chan, did you get enough rest?
It was Mion. My mind was full with the stuff about Rena, but Mion was also a party of interest. Remember, Kaiichi, that hawkish gaze from yesterday. Yeah, morning. What's with the unenergetic greeting? Did you eat the mochi I bought you? Brought you? Because I ate them because I ate them, I'm like this. Those words were itching to be blurted out. I really just didn't have the appetite. I ate a few, but quite a lot were left over. What about the homework? Oh, shit. Do you have an answer for which one was Rena's?
I can't believe you'd forget your homework, Kaiichi-kun.
Sheesh. Then we can't help it. Time for your penalty. Flashing a lurid smile, Mion returned to her seat. There was nothing from our exchanges that would cause our classmates to suspect anything was amiss. But of course, anyone listening to our conversations up until this morning would see anything suspicious. Wouldn't see anything suspicious. That was why it was so frightening. Yeah. They acted in a way that, regardless of whatever happened to Kaiichi Miyabara, no one would ever suspect them. That fact had me terrified. Soon the teacher came. After she asked how I felt and took attendances, another dull, ordinary day began. Back to school again. Kaiichi's losing his fucking mind. I wish I could turn back time to the good old days when the child is in, loves to sip and when we're stressed out. This free study period was a convenient time to consider where I stood. I wish I could turn back time to the good old days. I'm going to try and see if I can open up the chat again. I gently closed my eyes and pondered the ridiculous position I was in right now. First of all, what I should forget was how dangerous of a situation I was in. Yeah. I had fallen out of favor with them. After interacting with Oishi-san multiple times, I could see it as well. I could see I was getting closer to the heart of the matter. Loaded. Where's good time back time? Better get no days. Anyway, the warning yesterday with the Moochie was a good indicator of that. No, calling it a warning was just my habit of understating things. There's probably no meaning beyond stunting my progress and buying themselves more some time. Burner. Until they had a method of completely erasing me. They were just biding their time. Boy, you need to chill the fuck out. Even though they were keeping me under their thumb with threats, it didn't change the fact that I knew too much. The chilling sensation of my desk made me recall Satoshi Hojo, the boy who was using this seat until last year when he disappeared. Man, this shit is real, dude. It's fucking like as much danger as you are right now. Kaiichi? I almost call him Kenji. Kaiichi, you're going a little paranoid. You're going a little bonkers over this. You gotta be sane when you're in this kind of situation, you know? Was he also similar to me? Did he learn something he shouldn't have and was erased? Damn. I wouldn't let them get rid of me so easily. Never. But were they really trying to kill me? I've had those contradictory feelings for a while now. Even though I suspected them, I felt I had to cover for them. With all of their suspicious behavior, a morning like this just made it all seem like an elaborate hoax. No, that's just what I want to believe. Doubting my friends? Covering for them? My life was in danger. Or was it? Mm. Yeah. 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 You need like, like, meditate? Like, chill the fuck out. Go to the temple and just chill the fuck out. Actually, I was debating the wrong point. Given my current situation, you think way too deeply in things. Those points were something that should have been deliberated on a long time ago. But really, Rena and the rest of them, were they actually aiming to kill me? Oh, the little voice inside me continued to torment me with these unresolvable trains of thought. Yeah, fuck that voice. Are you an idiot, Kaiichi Miyabara? The answer should be obvious. But maybe that sewing needle might have been just an accident, right? How could you screw up and drop a sewing needle into a piece of mochi? The benefit of the doubt can only go so far. Both Rena and Mion had acted and behaved suspiciously, but maybe it was all some sort of misunderstanding?
What kind of misunderstanding? It wasn't just suspicious, it was outright ludicrous, right?
Luna! Anyway, Rena just corrected me for lying, and Mion only asked me about what I had for lunch. Rena was standing outside our door eavesdropping and for a good hour, you know? She was probably just waiting for my phone call to end. For a whole hour outside your room. And is it normal to go home afterwards without saying anything? You heard from Oishi-san, didn't you? About what Rena did at her former school? But at the hospital, she said it was Oishi-sama's fault. She... Cut it out, Kaiichi Maebara. You don't realize they're out to kill you.
Yeah.
I didn't really blurt those words out. Oh, wow. Hearing myself say that so directly left me dumbfounded. For a few moments afterwards, I had to look around and check if anyone else had heard it. My little soliloquy cut a little too close to the truth. Even though I could feel the murderous intent from Rena and others, part of me somewhere was still trying to deny that. This late in the game, such hesitation could be fatal. I knew that, but I was just your average student, a man living his normal, ordinary life. Do you think I could suddenly believe that my friends who had been happily laughing together with up until last Sunday now intended to kill me, right? You're too soft, Kaiichi. I'm just imagining fucking Kaiichi just acting like Golem.
My friends don't want to kill me. They like Kaiichi. They like Kaiichi. No, no, no. They want to kill Kaiichi. You must kill him first.
Oh, God. This time, I remembered to keep my voice down so only I could hear it. There was one thing I now understood. I was too soft. I didn't completely understand how dangerous Rena and the rest of them were. No, I wasn't trying to understand. I was too soft for it. Not listening to Oishi-san when he was earnestly showing me the heart of the matter. I didn't listen because I was too busy pretending to be dejected. I didn't comprehend it. I was just running away. I didn't comprehend it, so nobody had any notion to try and kill me. I needed to get rid of such naive thoughts. As I made that resolution, I heard the bell signal the end of class. So soon. The day was already over. I didn't recall eating lunch or doing anything in class. My friends were putting their desks together in preparation for club activities. Not long ago, I could probably have happily jumped into that circle. My, Kaiichi-san. How rude of you to even think about leaving. The way Sadako spoke was so typical and familiar, it almost physically hurt.
Huh? Kaiichi, is today not a good day? I wonder. And we were going to win big together, how?
Seeing Rena's expression, which was really looking forward to today, was hard to take. Hey, Kaiichi Maebara, maybe Oishi-san is just some enormous jerk trying to separate me from the others by lying to me? Slap. Trying to expunge such weak-minded thinking. I slapped myself in the face. Kaiichi-kun! Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, out of everyone here, Kaiichi's actually becoming, like, kind of the weirder one, huh? Kind of the, Kaiichi-kun. Yeah, was Rat really trying to kill me? I wish someone would tell me if it was a hoax. I didn't care if it actually was one or not. I just wanted someone to say it was. Gah, yet another weak-willed thought. You are fighting them. Dude, the only person here killing you is you. How did I ever become this naive?
Are you alright? Does your head hurt?
Apparently, that was how my inner dilemma appeared to Brenna.
You're pale. Can you make it home by yourself? Maybe I should accompany you home. I wonder.
No, it's okay. Sorry. I can get home by myself. Just have the meeting without me. Upon hearing that, I wasn't going to participate in the club meeting. Mion pouted unhappily.
Since Ki-chan was so bent on a revenge match, we were even going to play that deduction game from before too.
Kaiichi-san doesn't have the burning desires for a rematch? How pathetic. I wouldn't fall for some dumb taunt. Without even a real retort, I was grabbing my bag and was about to get up. Someone's hand perched itself gently on my head.
Kaiichi doesn't seem to be well. How very unfortunate.
It was Rika-chan. She was stretched up as far as she could, doing her best to pat my head with her petite hand. It felt so nice, which made things even harder. Sorry, everybody. See ya. That's all I said as I quickly left the room. They said something to me as I was leaving, but I couldn't make it out. I managed to make it all the way to the entrance in that state of mind. Took out my shoes, put them on, and went forward. Fucking Christ, dude. Harden that heart, Kaiichi Miyabara. They were, for some unfathomable reason, trying to kill me. They were plotting something dubious, watching my every move. But I couldn't hate them. Because weren't they my friends? Part of me lamented my naivety, while another part lamented the fact that I had lost something important by lamenting over it in the first place. It felt like my consciousness was being ripped out of my body. If this is what Oishiro-sama's curse was like, then it was just too harsh. Oishiro-sama, I was wrong for not believing in your curse, but I believe it now. Completely. Your curse does exist. So seriously, give me a break. I beg you. Come on. Motherfuck. Motherfuck. All my friends are heathens, oh. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Enough to 21 Pilots. I haven't even heard enough of their music to actually know the rest of the song. Dinner was unusually bland. It had no flavor or aroma. The miso soup that normally tantalized my appetite instead tasted like nothing but boiled water. Man, you are just dropping into depression. Dad was eating with us that night. It was a rare occurrence in this household. When he got into his work, he ate and slept on his own schedule. My dad never cared about the time. Since my dad was at the dinner table, it either meant he had just reached a good point to take a break, or he was in a slump. So yeah, he just doesn't understand the motivation creators have. Your partnership was just a verbal agreement, wasn't it? If it's so hard to agree on things, why not just end it? I feel like that it's an industry with a lot of back scratching, but when it gets in the way of business, I wasn't able to pick out much of my mom and dad's conversation, but I could tell it wasn't a very pleasant topic. That, of course, made that the disgusting food even less appealing. Staring listlessly at the exchange between my parents, my mind was wandering off to the same thought process I had gone I had going all day long. Friends close to me, no, they used to be friends, but I could no longer trust them. Right now, I greatly lacked in allies. I was greatly lacking in allies. People I trusted, people I could depend on when push came to shove. They were something I just couldn't have. I didn't have. Having just one ally would have been incredibly reassuring in the current hopeless situation I was in. I put down my chopsticks and looked over at my parents, who were still talking about work. The first course of action that came to mind was to tell my parents everything. Currently, there wasn't a single person from Hinazawa I could trust 100%. That meant the only people I could trust were my parents. But if I told them everything, what would happen until now? Would they understand? Rena, for example. That neighborly Rena, who was so diligent in... Oh, fuck. Mm, mm. Well, this is a little bit unfortunate, but I actually have to save and end it here because time is not on my side. So I was just going to do that a couple times to make sure it's... Yeah. Yep, it's all saved. And this is the first. I never just like stopped in the middle of a story, but I have to get going. So if you guys enjoyed the stream, please share it and look out for more later this week. Alright, and until next time, you cool people, keep the hype going, and catch you later. Have a nice evening.